Hello everyone. Welcome back to again grade 12 students. Dear students, today our chapter is 8th Biomechanism and Sports, and our topic is today especially meaning and importance of biomechanism in sports. So firstly, we will discuss is the what is biomechanics and sports. This chapter introduction is the main. So, specially introduction is the form, the movement we wake up in the morning to the moment our heads hit the pillow at night. We perform hundreds of different movements and angles in a wide array of physical activities. So human movements affects our person's health, wellness and physical achievements in distant ways, providing a unique opportunity to explore and interact with the world around us. It means, in a way, biomechanics has been around since the ancient Greek and Roman began dissect animals and uh, visiting humans to discover the inner system of our bodies. So many of the great philosophers and scientists of our past tried their hand at some form of biomechanism. From Aristotle, who wrote on the motions of animals in the 4th century BC, to Leonard da Vinci, who studied human muscles and joint functions in 15th century Italy. In the 19th century, uh, scores of Europeans were increased incredibly uh, fascinated for some reasons with the gait of horses and extensively studies the biomechanism of a horse galloping motions. This is the main introduction of biomechanism and sports. So main topic is our meaning and importance of biomechanism in sports. Okay. So firstly, we will discuss is the main meaning of biomechanism and importance. Firstly, biomechanism meaning biomechanism words is a combination of two words. Combination of a two words. For example, bio and mechanism. So bio means living things and mechanism means the field of physics. For example, the force related of body movements. It means as a physics. So it can also be said that biomechanism is the study of force and their effects on living system. The study of biomechanism provides the knowledge of human body movements and the forces that act of human movement. So biomechanism helps to know about the correct movement and helps in better performance. Main the principles of biomechanism can also be used or applied in many fields of study, including biomechanics, physical and occupational therapy, physiological, engineering, aerobics, engineering, and uh, medicines. So, biomechanism plays an important role in physical education field, especially in game and sports. It helps in the study of biomechanical movement of the athletes and players based on the principles of uh, physics. So, essential biomechanics in sports is focused on analyzing the physiological mechanics of human movements, the including analysis how force interest and the effect these forces have on and within the body. So in other words, uh, biomechanics in sports examines exams and explains why and how the human body moves like it does. So biomechanical analysis is also helpful in reduce sports injuries and increasing safety. To be effective teachers of physical education, coaches, and other sports performance should have an understanding of the principles of biomechanics. This is the biomechanism meaningful. Next is need and importance of biomechanism in sports. Okay, need and importance of biomechanism in sports. First need is the main improves performance in sport. Improves performance in sports. Okay, performance related any games, especially any other activity, this is the main performance related. So main is the major goal of biomechanism in sports and physical exercises is to improve performance in given sports or physical exercises. For example, the uh, correct biomechanism of running allows athletes to carry out regular physical exercises for long period of time without being seriously limited by injuries and their uh, consequences. This is the main improves performance in sports, especially in the biomechanism related. It means especially start time proper biomechanism. Okay. Next is the second point is improvement in techniques. Uh, Improvements in techniques. Technique. Okay. Especially is the improvements of technique, yeah, techniques. Technique related, especially is the different games, different techniques. Especially is improving related. Main in many sporting events, technique is the major fact of performance. Sports techniques is a physical action of an athlete which leads to the best possible execution of a physical motion in conformity with a required task of a given uh, sporting event. So improvement of technique with the help of biomechanism can be used by teachers or coaches to correct motions of students or athletes. For example, especially improvements in technique, anyone play volleyball. Volleyball smash, especially proper place, standing, and proper movement. Okay, jumping, and after then proper angle and shoot. It means hit the ball. This is the main improvement in technique, but this is the practical based, not theory based. Okay, so next is the one more example, athletics related. Proper start distance between both feet, proper stand on your mark position, set position. After this, go. Okay, this is the main technique related. Okay, this is all is the practically based. Next point is development of better sports equipment. Development of, okay, development of better sports equipment. Equipment related, especially is the development of better sports equipment related. Use of biomechanism can also lead to a better look and better functioning of sports equipment. Sponsored sports equipment gives advantage to both elite and uh, recreational athlete. For example, an introduction of the new vaulting equipment, vaulting table after the 2000 Olympic represents the most substance transitions in the development of gymnastic equipment in the last decades. New vaulting equipment, it means this is a gymnastic based equipment. Vaulting equipment allows gymnasts to produce bigger angle momentum and thus to execute more complex values, more complex welts, more complex welts with multiply rotations around horizontal and vertical axis. It means horizontal. It means horizontal horses. This is the also is the main gymnastic equipment. So especially development of better sports equipment. All equipment is the better sports related. It means proper angle, proper weight, proper measurement. This is the all is the better sports equipment related. It means volleyball is the proper air pressure, proper diameter of volleyball. This is all is the development of better sports equipment related. Next is the improves training techniques. Okay. Fourth point is improves training techniques. Improves training techniques. Training techniques related. Technique is every one different. Main is biomechanism can help improve training of athletes by the analysis of technical imperfections of a given athlete. The coach identifies the types of training needed for the athlete to improve. This is the main improvement training techniques. Especially is the coaches. Especially coaches awareness for every rule, regulation, and proper angle and proper technique related. Okay, this is the main improves training techniques. Okay, so many times few stamina is the all sports person is the different. So especially coach observes ki which time which type of technique explained. Okay, so next is the prevent sports injuries. Prevent sports injuries. Prevent sports injuries related, it means One of the goal of sports biomechanism is to provide recommendation for injury prevention and rehabilitation. A healthy athlete will perform better than an athlete uh, covered with frequent injuries. It means proper prevent sports injuries. Okay, especially is the main injuries prevention and rehabilitation related. It means a healthy athlete will perform better than an athlete covered with frequent injuries related. Okay, next point is help in understanding human body. Help in understanding human body. So helps in understanding in means so helps in understanding human body. An athlete is limited by strength or endurance of certain muscles groups, by speed of motion, or by specific aspects of motion technique. It means especially aspects of motion technique. In the case of certain sports skills, the required abilities to execute a motor task are not easy to detect, and quantitative biomechanism analysis must be used. This is the helps in understanding human body. So dear students, I hope you are understand this topic, especially meaning and importance of biomechanism in sports. So any student doubtful related this topic, please send message me. After this, I explain all this topic again. Any doubt related. So within 1 minute, please send message me. Read all topic. No one sent me message, so I hope you are understand this topic. So I again explain you only for need and importance of biomechanism in sports, especially is need and importance related. This is first point. It means especially need and importance of biomechanism in sports. First need is improves performance in sports. So improves performance in sports related. The major goal of biomechanism in sports and physical exercises is to improves performance in given sports or physical exercises. For example, the correct biomechanism of running allows athletes to carry out regular physical exercises for long enough periods of time without being seriously limited by injuries and their consequences. Okay, consequences. This is the main improved performance in sports. Next point is improvement in techniques. So improvement in techniques related. So everyone technique is improved. Main need and importance of biomechanism sports related improvement in technique. In many sporting events, techniques is the major factor of performance. Okay, so proper timing, proper every activity. Okay, it means proper situation later, especially improvements in technique. So sports technique is a physical action of an athlete which leads to the best possible execution of a physical motion in conformity with a required task of a given sporting event. Next, improvement of technique with the help of biomechanism can be used by techniques and coaches to correct motions of students or athletes. Okay, next point is development of better sports equipment. Okay, development of better sports equipment. So better sports equipment is the most important in every game. So use of biomechanism can also lead to a better look and better functioning of sports equipment. uh, Sophisticated sports equipment given advantage to both allied and recreational athletes. For example, an introduction of the new valuable equipments, uh, vaulting tables after the 2000 Olympic represents the most sustained uh, valuation. Okay, sustained valuating equipment, it means valuating table. So after the 2000 Olympic represents the most sustained uh, transitions in the development of gymnastic equipment in the last decades. New vaulting equipment new vaulting equipment allows gymnastic to produce bigger angle momentum and thus to excessive more complex variants with multiply rotations around horizontal and vertical axis. This is the main development of better sports equipment. Next is the improvement training techniques. Improvement training techniques. Biomechanism can help improve training of athlete by the analysis of technical uh, informations of a given athlete. The coach identifies the type of training needed for the athlete to improve. Next is prevent sports injuries. So especially prevent sports injuries related, one of the goals of sports biomechanism is they provide recommendations for injury prevention and rehabilitations. A healthy athlete will perform better than an athlete uh, puzzled with frequent injuries. Next is the help in understanding human body, especially help in understanding human body. So especially human body related, an athlete is limited by strength or endurance of certain muscles groups, by speed of motion, or by specific aspects of motion technique. In the case of certain sports skills, the required abilities to execute a motor task are not easy to detect, and quantitative biomechanism analysis must be used. This is the main helps in understanding human body. So dear students, I hope you are understand full this topic. Again, one more revision for especially need and importance of biomechanism in sports today. So any student doubtful later this topic, so please send message me so doubt for later this topic, so I explain again in next class. Thank you and have a nice day.